Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Gbagedemo TV. I am Sanu Tolakomi Ajikade. First, hear the major headlines for the national news. New Naira notes extend withdrawal date to June 31st. NLC gives Buhari conditions for new minimum wage. Oshun, Igbaje ruling houses protest continue occupation of Owa Palace. X-Men invade Ondo community, destroys farmlands, kidnap and rape women. 4 youths confess to killing woman over alleged witchcraft. Lagos hoodlum stab man to death, steal phone. And lastly, on sports. Clubs to lose 3 points over violent conduct. Now hear the news in details. The Senate has called on the Central Bank of Nigeria to immediately extend the withdrawal date of old currency notes from January 31st, 2023 to June 31st, 2023. The upper chamber's resolution was a continuation of a point of order raised by Senator Mohammed Ndume, APC Bodun, during Wednesday plenary. Recall that CBN had on October 26 announced plans to redesign 200 Naira notes, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira notes. After the announcement by the CBN, President Muhammadu Buhari revealed the redesigned Naira notes to the general public. Raising orders 41 and 51 of the Senate Standing Rule, Ndume insisted that the call for an extension of the date should be considered a matter of urgent national importance in a bill to forestall imminent hardship for Nigerians. The Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress has listed conditions for the proposed review of national minimum wage, saying the continuous rise in inflation and the devaluation of the naira must be checked before the salary increase announced by the federal government could be considered. The organized labor explained that the cost of virtually all consumables in Nigeria has been on the rise, stressing that if this should continue, any amount of money that would be added to the minimum wage might not meet the expectations of the workers. The NLC and TUC spoke against the backdrop of the disclosure by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, that the federal government would be announced salary increment for civil servants and public officials due to the steady increase in prices of consumer goods. And grave ruling houses in Igbaje town, Bolu Wadiro local government area of Osun State has protested the continuous occupation of the Owa of Igbaje Palace by Oba Adegboyega Famodun. The ruling houses who protested peacefully around the town on Wednesday stated that despite an order from the state government that every intending contender to the Owa stool should keep all the palace pending the outcome of a review committee, Famodun still claims to the next of Owa of Igbaje land. The ruling houses, including the Loye Okeodo, Aworo Oshun, Nigemo, Omokon, and Baba Owa. All the Owa Okeodo maintained that their protest was against the continued occupation of the throne and against the directive from the state government. Residents of Ijagba, Imoru, and Arimogija in Ose Council area of Osun, Ondo State have started fleeing the community to neighboring towns and villages over an insistent attack by suspected X-Men. The X-Men has warned the residents, who are mostly farmers, to vacate their farmland peacefully for them, failure of which they should be ready to lose their lives in return. Reports added that the residents, out of fear, flew their homes to neighboring towns and villages to avoid being murdered in cold blood by the rampaging X-Men. A local who spoke with newsmen in confidence alleged that the armed bandits has been terrorizing them for over 2 weeks, despite reporting them to security operatives. According to him, in the last 2 weeks, they have killed so many of our people, who are farmers right inside their farms and set many farmland ablaze. Our farms, which contain yam, maize, cassava, and other crops, were destroyed by their cows. In some cases, they have been abducted farmers and have demanded for ransom before their release. Four young men have been arrested by operatives of the Adamawa State Police Command for allegedly killing a woman, Martha Maman. The suspect Dogar James, 34, Ima Pios, 22, Irima Joshua, 22, and Simi James, 22, hailed from Mugule VI Ward in Meshika local government area of northern Adamawa. The deceased, the mother of one of the same address, who are accused of the killing 6 people, was allegedly burned to death by the suspect on December 4, 2022. Narrating that the incident at the police headquarters on Wednesday, the suspect admitted committing the crime. One of the suspects, Dogar James, said the deceased had confessed to the killing 3 people at the residence of the ward head when she was summoned by the royal family. Hoodlums has allegedly stabbed a man, Peter Inamdi, to death after invading a shanty in the Ebute-Metta area of Lagos State. Punch Metro gathered that normal activities were ongoing when the hoodlums invaded the area around 9:05 p.m. on Tuesday. The gang was said to have attempted to dispose Inamdi of his mobile phone before stabbing him in the neck and ribs. It was learned that the resident who saw Inamdi lying on the ground in a pool of blood rushed him to the Ebute-Metta General Hospital for treatment. However, despite attempts by a doctor to rescue Inamdi, he succumbed to the injuries he sustained during the attack. Our correspondent gathered that the case was reported at the nearest police station and police were detailed to the crime scene. And lastly, on sports. Chairman, Interim Management Committee, Benga Elegbeleye, has revealed that any club which engaged in violent conduct in the Nigerian Professional Football League will forfeit 3 points. Clubs have been made to pay 500,000 naira in the past due to unruly behavior by their players, officials, and supporters. Elegbeleye, who warned the clubs that he shunned every act of violence in the upcoming season, stated that a sober measure will be put in place to bring sanity back to the league. And that concludes the national news for this hour. But before we go, here are some of the major headlines once again. New Naira notes. Extend withdrawal date to June 31st. NLC gives Buhari conditions for new minimum wage. Igbaja ruling houses protest continue occupation of Owa Palace. Herdsmen invade Ondo community, destroy farmlands, kidnap, and rape women. 4 youths confess to killing woman over alleged witchcraft. To join us on all our social media handles, on Facebook as Gbagede with Alawi Adebayo, follow the page and share the page, and on Instagram as Gbagede_22, follow the page and share the page as well, and on YouTube as Baba Gbagede TV. Kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment under the comment section. For your information and more inquiries about this studio, call the number showing on the screen. Thanks so much for always watching our news on VGI TV. I am Sanuto Lakomi Ajikade. Bye for now.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.